Hello resin lovers, I'm Mahnaz Karimi. I'm an artist, I'm in love with resin. This is my art and my work too. I worked with resin for more than 8 years and I have created so many artworks and exhibited them in some international exhibition. Now I want to share my experience and knowledge with you. Stay with me. How much do you know about resin and resin art? Do you know how to use it? Are you familiar with curing time, gel time, or drying time? Now I want to talk about resin and its features. Resin is a two-part system. It consists of epoxy and hardener. It's colorless and odorless. When epoxy and hardener are mixed, we have a liquid like glue and we can add some pigments and inks to do the painting. Resin and hardener must be measured exactly with a scale and measuring cups. Resins have different ratio. We have 1:1, 2:1, and 3:1. The resin I always use for my art is 2:1. It means that we need 100 cc epoxy and 50 cc hardener. After measuring, mix resin and hardener very well. If you don't mix them well, it doesn't dry completely. When mixing, you will see some bubbles in resin, but don't worry, you can remove the bubbles by running torch or heat gun. After mixing epoxy and hardener, we have about 30 minutes to do the painting because resin reaches gel time and you have little time to do pouring. Resin curing time is 1 to 12 hours and it completely dries in 24 hours. We have 3 kinds of color to mix with resin. Powder pigments, which are matte and metallic. Pigment paste are useful for texture, and alcohol ink, which are transparent. Also, we have glitter to have shiny effects. Now I have different mold and I want to pour different texture in the mold and I want to show you how you can make some different texture and design in the mold. If we pour resin, color resin from the edges and then pour clear resin from the center, we can make this texture. If we pour transparent color in the mold and then use pigment paste, white pigment paste, we have this texture. And if we pour all the colors to the 1 cup and then pour in the mold, we have this texture. Now I'm done. This texture is for the back side of this mold. Now I want to pour resin on the surface and have a very soft edges. I should cover the back side with the latex and then pour clear resin top of it. Resin can be poured on wooden board, glass, mirror, canvas, ceramic, metal, and acrylic. But they all need special priming before painting. To have a better texture, you should move colors on each other with a stick or heat gun. Then you can see the cells coming up. The temperature of the workplace must be between 22 to 28 degrees Celsius, and the humidity of the workshop should below 36%. If you want the backside of your work to be clean, use some latex glue. If you don't have latex glue, you can run the heat gun and remove the dripping with the cutter, blade, or knife. And you can clean resin mess with alcohol before it dries.